A lot of people in business will tell you to be yourself and be authentic and embrace who you are. And absolutely, it's the best advice because, of course, that's how we stand out and be different to our competitors because no one can be who we are. So embracing who we are on all levels and being authentic is the best thing you can do, particularly if you're a personal brand. But even if you're not a personal brand but you represent your business, being authentic is the way that you magnetize the people to you who are meant to work with you and who have similar values and feel aligned with you and what your brand stands for. But I know personally it was a journey for me to find what authenticity is for me. And I know it is for a lot of people also. So if you grew up being a people pleaser, which a lot of women did, I certainly did. I was a bit like a chameleon. I felt like I had to fit and adapt and shape shift into what I thought the situation needed of me. I grew up thinking that I needed to fit in and be accepted, which meant changing who I am. And so for many years, I didn't actually know who I was. Who was I if I let go of all that shape shifting and trying to be what I thought others expected me to be? Who was I actually underneath all that? So I had to go on a deep journey of personal growth and a lot of self-exploration, did a lot of therapy, just because I was going through quite a big life crisis at the time. And that really helped me sort of peel back the layers of everything that I wasn't and to really figure out who I am underneath. And that has allowed me to find my own authentic style going forward. So one of the greatest techniques that seems really obvious and simple, but if you want to find out how you're perceived in the world and what makes you different, a very easy thing to do is just to reach out and ask your friends and family, if you had to describe me in 5 words, how would you describe me? And that can be fascinating. In fact, we had one girl in coaching this morning ask the group, could you tell me what you think about me in 5 words? And people were putting words in that I thought absolutely represented who she is. And that helped her to figure out how she's different to everybody else and what other people perceive are her strengths and her good qualities. And that will now allow her to really embrace that and be more of that. So asking friends and family, just 5 words, that's all they need to give you, is a really, really handy thing. The other thing is cultivating genuine self-love. And this is also not easy. It's a process that requires time, right? Especially if you've been through a journey of believing that you're not enough or so on. But yeah, working with someone if need be, energy healers are great for helping you cultivate self-love. Or just learning to be grateful for, or I suppose, really appreciating all your good qualities, being compassionate with yourself and celebrating who you are and learning to love the way you show up in the world. It is a work in progress, but that's also the path into authenticity. And also a great thing about the online world today, we're saturated with stuff, there's things coming at us from all angles. And what actually works is people who make mistakes and don't apologize for them. So we are craving rawness and vulnerability and authenticity in our modern day world. We're getting to the stage where we're a bit over the polished Instagram post where everything looks perfect, because that's not reality. I mean, who wakes up looking like that? And, so nowadays people want to see you make mistakes just because it shows you're human. And, gone are the days where I would do a video and record it over and over and over again until it was perfect. Now I just show up and deliver my message. And if it's imperfect, that's okay, because, it doesn't really matter anymore. So the stats actually show that people who make mistakes or bloopers or mess up and then just say, oh, sorry, apologize and get on with it. You don't even need to apologize. But just accepting that there are flaws in everything we do, and that's okay. So being okay with making mistakes, being okay with imperfection, and admitting when you don't know something, letting people know you don't have all the answers, but you do know certain things that you can help with. It's that transparency, that vulnerability, that's what creates the trust and connection. So in my blog this week, I give you some tips on how you can, there's a great breakup letter, which I actually used probably 8 years ago when I was going through a dark night of the soul and I was trying to figure out who I was. I wrote this letter to myself, and it's breaking up with the old you that doesn't represent who you are. And if you're at that stage in life where you're wanting to really embrace who you are, I really recommend doing the letter. It's fun. The breakup letter with your inauthentic self, and really opening and creating that space for creating a positive relationship with the authentic you. And when you show up and you're exactly authentically who you are, what people see is what they get, and it does develop that trust and connection, and people will, the people who you're meant to work with will naturally gravitate towards you, and the ones that don't resonate will drift away, and that's okay, because we only want to magnetize the people towards us who have similar values alignment with us, and who resonate. So I hope that was helpful. Check out the blog. I give you some really good tips on how to show up and be authentic in business. A lot of it's just around personal growth stuff. So it's more of a personal growth blog this week. And I hope you enjoy it. Please reach out if you have any insights. I love hearing from you. Bye for now and see you soon.